pay attention to this video, because in this video I'm actually going to show you how to not just be a six-figure earner, but how to be a seven-figure earner. I'm actually going to show you the strategy and the formula that I've personally used to construct a income that's over $100,000 a month. Now, you might not want to make $100,000 a month, and that's okay. If you do a portion of this to a smaller level, it'll help you to make more money than you're currently making, okay? See our income disclosure, and this is whatever you're in. If you're in Empower, if you're in something else, but I want to show you how to make more money and also earn high-ticket commissions to help you get the results that you want. And so if you're at this video, I'm hoping that you've bought the Inner Circle, that you've bought the Top Producer Formula, that you've got the Team Builder Formula, that you're in the Six-Figure Builder Club. And now I want to introduce you to the Seven-Figure Builder Club. I actually want to introduce you to the strategies that have helped me to do hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. And we have done that, and that's documented real sales volume that we've done in this team, creating 15 millionaires. And I want to show you how we've done that step by step. So it's actually quite simple. But to do that, I need to introduce you to a concept called high ticket sales. Okay, we've talked about one-time purchase sales, but high ticket sales, okay, high ticket sales, HTS, right? What is it? You got to realize that when you're building a business, that there are a lot of people that are going to come through your business that want higher level information. They want high level coaching, high level strategy, high level thinking, mass influence strategies, right? People want to pay for high level knowledge, okay? And so if you don't have a high ticket offer that you can sell in your business, you're actually going to be losing in the beginning a majority of your income. Later, as things build out, you'll actually make more money, believe it or not, through the residual products. But in the beginning, for your first 2 years, you're actually going to make most of your money from one-time purchase sales and also from high-ticket sales, okay? And so we have a product here. It's $3,500, and it's called the Mass Influence Formula. Now, I want you to pay attention to this video as you watch it, because I'm going to show you how you can earn commissions from this that actually will go up into the thousands of dollars as you're building your organization. This is actually basically the way that it works. When you get started, you're going to be able to earn a 30% commission from this product, which is $1,050, okay? $1,050. And as you progress through the ranks, you can actually double that. So you can actually earn from this product $2,100, right? And this is what happens as you're building your organization, okay? You're going to be bringing people into your business, and some of those people they're just going to buy the trial, and then they're going to cancel, okay? Some of those people are going to buy the trial, then they're going to stay. Some of those people that are going to buy the trial, then they're going to buy the Inner Circle, and then they're going to stay in the Inner Circle. Some of the people are going to buy the Inner Circle, they're going to buy the Top Producer Formula, and they're going to buy the Team Building Formula. What we found is that almost all of the people that buy the Top Producer Formula, they end up buying the Team Building Formula. It's almost equal, okay, because they kind of go together, and it kind of makes sense to buy them together. And so if you're building, it's going to kind of look like this. If you're here, okay, we got you, right? What's going to happen is you're going to bring in a trial and an Inner Circle. We're going to say you're going to start earning residual income, but I'm just talking all the upfront money. I haven't really talked residual income yet in these videos because I want to show you how to make money now. And residual income, it takes, time to build. Right? We can do it faster here than you can do it other things, but the reality is with residual income is you need lots of people purchasing things. With one-ticket purchases, you only need a few people purchasing and a few people purchasing in your organization, and you can literally make six figures like that. See our income disclosure. I'm not promising you will, but I'm going to show you how to do it, and you're going to be missing these commissions if you don't buy the product right now. And so I want to encourage you to buy it. I'm actually going to show you some really cool, powerful stuff. So you're going to be earning $77, and there's some residual income, but we're not going to talk about how that works right now. And so this is basically what's going to happen, all right? You're going to start earning commissions, and I'm just going to assume you're going to qualify up to the top level, okay? So what's going to happen initially is you're going to be earning commissions at the bottom level, but then as you advance and you earn more money, we're actually going to increase your commissions until you're earning, the top level. So the way that's going to work is that's going to be $300 for the Top Producer Formula, $600 for the Team Builder Formula, and $2,100, $2,100 for the Mass Influence Formula. Now, if you total that up, what does that equal? It equals $3,000 in commissions for one customer. Okay, $3,000 per customer in commissions that you'll be earning at the top level. $3,000 in commissions from one customer, right? Now, this is the thing that's going to happen as you're building your team. As you take the strategies that are actually in the Top Producer Formula, right, and apply them, what's going to happen is you're going to end up making more money per sale. Your income is going to increase from the people that you're bringing in. You're going to go from just getting a member who would quit another person's organization, but because you have the Top Producer Formula, because you've applied these strategies that you're using, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to keep that person around, and also they're going to step up their game, and they're going to buy more products, and you're going to earn higher commissions, right? And what's going to happen is you're going to sell top producer formulas, you're going to sell team building formulas, and you're going to get better and you're going to get more efficient with your marketing from applying the strategies in these products, right? From the team builder formula, what's going to happen is your traffic is going to go up. You're going to learn actually the strategies that the six-figure earners are using to get more traffic. And from the traffic that's going to go up, you're going to learn to bring in more members as you're going along. And so it might start in the beginning, maybe your first month you just bring in 5 people. And that's okay, because if you take the strategies in the top producer formula and you bring in 5 people, right? Most of our good people who apply these strategies after just learning a couple of simple steps, right? We have people bringing in about 1 in 10, that's normal, to when they get good, 1 in 5 people will actually end up buying all of the products. So I want you to think about this here for a second, because you're going to start off at the lower level commissions, and that's fine, right? Because you work your way up. So when you start, it's half of this, right? It's going to be $1,500 when you begin for somebody going all in, right? But if you can bring in 5 people and apply the strategies in the top producer formula and the strategies that you're about to learn in the mass influence formula combined, if you can bring in 5 people, you can get one of them to upgrade to all in, which we like to say all in because you bought all the products, right? And I actually encourage you to buy all the products, we sell. And the reason I encourage you to do that is because you want to be here, don't you? You want to have the dream lifestyle, travel the world, create leverage, right? Create big teams. You want to learn how to apply these strategies in your business to get the results that you want, right? And so what happens is that you start at $1,500 and your income will increase as you make more. So as you make more money, it becomes easier to make and sustain. And we do that because we want you to break out of the shell. You know what I mean? Like most comp plans and stuff, you could never really get to the big money. In this comp plan, what we want to do is we want to help you to get started on a foundation where your team leader actually has incentive to help you and to mentor you, right? But in addition to that, you can really create big leverage, okay? And there's big leverage in our comp plan, big leverage. Like I said, we've got 15 people made over $1 million. And so this is basically what's going to happen as you're, going through the organization. It's going to increase from $1,500 to $3,000. Now imagine if 1 in 5 people that you bring in buy all the way up to the mass influence formula and you earn $3,000 in commissions. Just imagine that for a second. Just imagine that. Take that in your mind and imagine that you're earning a $3,000 commission. Now here's the thing, right? Remember when I was talking about the formula earlier in these videos, right? I was talking about a funnel, and it's really simple. At the top of the funnel, you got traffic, right? You got leads, okay? You've got customers that buy trials, or they buy a front-end offer, whatever. You've got residual income products. Now, the reason I'm not mapping out residuals in these videos isn't because we don't have them. It's actually the majority of all the leaders' incomes. It's because for your first year, a majority of your income comes from one-time purchases. It comes from bringing new members in. It comes from actually learning how to be a top producer and a team builder. That's actually where majority of your income will come from for probably your first year. And then there's a transition period where your organization gets bigger by applying the strategies in mass influence where it'll actually compound. And most of your income will actually be coming from depth and residual income, okay, if you're building this organization correctly. And by the way, for everything I say, see our income disclosure, I'm never going to promise that you're going to make money. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you how to do it. And I'm going to teach you things that are in your best interest, that I believe are in your best interest, but it's your job to apply them. Does that make sense? So here's the thing. You have residual income purchases, and then you're going to have one-time, okay? And then you're going to have high ticket. And then out of this, you're going to create leadership, right? We find people don't generally step into leadership. Actually, they never do. I shouldn't say generally. They never step into leadership if they don't own all the products, right? Like sometimes people get up to the six-figure builder club, and then they kind of make a few thousand a month, and then they upgrade to other things, and then they step into leadership. Sometimes that happens, right? Not often. Most of the time what happens is people upgrade all the way, they get all in, and then they step into leadership. Right? They step into the leadership of the person that they know they can be. And so they step into leadership, and what that ends up doing is that ends up, as you create leaders in your organization, it ends up driving more traffic into your business, because now it's not just traffic into your funnel, it's traffic into all the funnels of all your team below you, right? And if you could learn to think of your team as leveraging time, that's really what you want to do, right? Because think about it like this, like there's only a few ways to get rich, right? Number one, you could leverage your own money. To do that, you got to have money. Right? If you don't have money, you can't leverage your own money. The second thing is you can leverage your own time in a way that ends up compounding your time. Now, you can do that by learning to leverage your time to create more time through the work of other people. And think about it like this. Okay, if you're putting in, say in the beginning, a lot of hours a week in your business, because you start off with a lot of hours and you kind of compress it down. Or if you're part-time, you do it a few hours and then you gradually go it up and then you compress it back down, right? But the reality is you're putting in your own hours. So let's say you're putting in 20 hours a week in your business, right? Which is what I'd encourage for like a person who's serious, is 20 hours, right? If they were full-time, I'd encourage more for the first 90 days and then to scale it back to 20 hours because you want to have a good lifestyle, right? But then let's say you have 10 other people in your team putting 20 hours a week into your business, right? Well, at a first scale, 20 hours isn't really that much, right? You can't really, it seems like you can't really produce a lot, but if you have 10 other people doing it with you, you actually have 200 hours a week going into your business, right? That's called leveraging other people's time, right? And actually leveraging other people's money, you can do that through creating sales organizations, and you can actually create leveraged wealth through creating a leveraged team, building a leveraged organization, if you learn the principles that are in the Mass Influence Formula, which is actually the title of the product that we sell for $3,500. And I actually teach you the strategies that have allowed me to do things that would defy your imagination when it's talking about influencing people and selling stuff. If I actually told you some of the stuff I've done and the sales I've created and the ways I've helped people through decision-making processes, you wouldn't think it's possible for a human being to possess that much influence. But I do, and the reason I do is because I know those strategies. It's a skill that you can learn. But it's not just about the skill, it's also about the commissions. And here's the thing, right? Because that product, honestly, it's worth $10,000 just by itself. I sell a pen, a 50-cent pen in that video, right, for $1,000. Right, live on stage. A 50-cent pen I sell. Somebody just says, sell me this pen. I say, okay, I grab it, like the movie, you know? And I just was walking around telling stories, and then 15 minutes later, somebody came up, give me $1,000 for a 50-cent pen. Yeah. How did I do that? I did that through, excuse me, drop this, applying the strategies in the Mass Influence Formula. How am I in Costa Rica with no phone calls and operating a business that's done $170 million? Well, you're going to be a part of the next 100 million. That's the way I like to see it. The next millionaires, right? So this is the way to do it, right? Well, if you can earn more money per customer, obviously you're going to get more commissions and you're going to help more people step into leadership. So the question is, would you rather earn $3,000 per customer or have it kind of cap off a little under $1,000? Obviously you want to earn more. It's like 3 times the income. Right? And if you think about it like this, a lot of people, they come in and it's like people come sometimes, they get in things with a bad attitude. And what I mean by that is they start a business, and they say, I'm going to try it out, right? And they're like, I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to dip my toe in the water, right? I'm going to do it. They're never going to succeed like that, right? We're not talking about you, we're talking about other people, right? And they're never going to succeed until they stop dipping their toe in their water. They get baptized by immersion, right? That's what they used to say in the Mormon church. They used to say you got to get baptized by immersion, right? The reality is that they're never going to create leverage with a bad attitude because nobody follows people like that. And if you want to create mass influence, if you want to make massive amounts of money, you got to learn how to create mass leverage, okay? Really, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You got to learn how to create mass leverage. And you can't do that if you can't earn high-ticket commissions, right? You can't do it. So in this video, you actually have the opportunity to own this product, but also to earn commissions from it. Because I want you to lock in your spot and be able to earn commissions from the product, to be able to earn the commissions that you deserve from the product, to lock in your spot and to be all in with Empower Network, to buy all the products. This is the highest ticket product that we've got here at Empower Network. And I want to encourage you to buy everything. The reason I want to encourage you to buy everything is because I know you want to sell everything. And this is going to teach you the skills to be able to teach you how to create the leverage, to teach you how to do the things that you want to do in your business and in your life. That makes sense to you, right? And so here's actually what I want to do. I actually want to play a clip for you in this product. And this is people paid $5,000 just to attend this seminar. And in the seminar, I sold a 50-cent pen for $1,000. But I want to show you, and then when I come back, let me show you how to put all of this together. And I'm going to show you how to first go construct an income up to about $30,000 a month. And then from there to $100,000 a month. See our income disclosure? I'm not promising you're going to do that. I'm showing you a big picture model. So what you can do is you can do a portion of that. You can do a percentage of that, right? And learn it and make less if you want to start. And then you can kind of work your way up. But I want you to know there's a big picture if you learn to do this right. And it doesn't require any more work, any more money. It requires knowing certain things. Not being smarter than everybody. Look, there's lots of people that are smarter than me, right? At different things. I'm smart in certain things, but there's things I'm just dumb in, right? I'm not smart in certain areas too. But in this stuff, I know what I'm doing, right? I can teach you how to do this. So go ahead and watch this video. I want to show you, this is me applying the principles I actually teach in the Mass Influence Formula live. Total surprise, right? I wasn't expecting this. This just spontaneously was put on me in the middle of a seminar, and watch what happens. I'll be back in about 15 minutes, but you need to watch this whole clip. It's amazing. So really quick, let's do an exercise here. So we've got this. Let me show you how to fit it all together. Pick something and I'll sell it. No, I'm not going to sell diapers. Something cool. I mean, your baby's pooping you. Huh? Now, can I ask any questions about it, or do I just need to make stuff up?
Sell me this pen.
This pen, okay? Can it have any characteristics that it doesn't have, or does it have to be exactly as it is? Just asking questions.
Sell me this pen.
Okay, I got it. Hold on a second here. Yeah, it's funny. I actually have seen this clip, but I haven't seen this whole movie. I probably should watch it. Right? So what do we got, real quick? We got sales process, right? Here. Now, the most important thing all of you need to do over the next 5 minutes is realize something different that I'm about to describe to you, and I want you to pay attention for just about 5 minutes, and here's why. I've been succeeding on the internet since 2009. Back 2009, early time, I was living in a van. It was a green 1996 Dodge Caravan, and I was broke, and I was busted. And then one day, I was actually sitting in a chair like you are now, only I was actually in a Safeway in Honolulu, Hawaii, and I was on the internet, and I was watching a video, and I had a pen in my hand. And in the video, a speaker came on. It was somebody that I'd never met before, but it was this guy who just really looked like he was sort of unconfident, you know, like he just kind of came from the streets. And he came on and he told a story about how he went from rags to riches on the internet. And I leaned forward because for the very first time in my life, I realized something. And I realized when I was looking at that guy that I could have what he has. See, sometimes what you really need to do, especially in a room like this, because I know all of you are here and you want to make money, sometimes what you really need to do is you need to realize, right, that you can do anything that I can do. Because I've been in a lower place than you've ever been, probably, unless you've been homeless and only lived in like a car rather than a van, right? But I was leaning forward as he was speaking in that presentation. And he started to talk and to tell stories, and here's what I did. After that presentation, I pulled out a pen, and I started to write down for the first time clear dreams and goals about my future. I had a notebook that I filled with 10 pages of notes about things I was going to accomplish over the next 90 days in unbelievable clarity, how I was going to recruit them. I was writing down exactly what I was going to buy, where I was going to move in the world, the fact that I was going to move down to Costa Rica, right? And here's what happened from that point in time. I left that presentation, went back into my van, slept that night, and I started to dream about the future. I actually had dreams. I haven't talked about this a lot, but I started to have dreams in the night of moving to the beach in Costa Rica and waking up every day hearing the sound of the ocean. And I got up the next day and I looked at those notes and I made a new realization about what was possible for me, and I got to work. That was in 2009. 3 months later, I had my first $30,000 month. I had a week where I made more than $25,000 a week. Now, since then, I've gone on to do way more than $100 million in sales. And where did it all come from? Where did it all come from? It came from the moment when I took out a pen and I decided for the very first time to write down my dreams and to write down my goals on a piece of paper and to get clear in a way that I had never done before after listening to somebody that had had what I want to have in my life.
See, because here's the problem. If you guys really want me to be honest with you, the problem is you guys aren't clear. The problem is you guys aren't setting goals. The problem is that you guys don't actually have written down in a place that you can actually go access. You don't have something you could show me that actually shows me the plan of what you're going to do. And the reason is because you haven't written it down. Because you've made excuse after excuse after excuse, coming to event after event after event of you're going to set your goals later. Yeah, I'm going to make $10,000 a month. And he said to get clear, but I'm not really going to do it. And the fact is you haven't done it because you've been lazy. And that's the truth, right? But today I'm going to give you an opportunity to do something different. Today I'm going to give you the opportunity to get clear, maybe for the first time. Maybe the first time. So here's what you can expect. What I'm about to describe, there's one available, right? That's how many there is. And you know the truth is, if you don't get the one, can't get it. There's only one, right? But here's what you can expect. If you guys decide to buy the pen that I have in my left pocket, I'm going to personally give you a pen that's going to be a symbol for you. In fact, when you buy the pen, you're going to walk up on stage and be able to collect it from my hand, right? And I'm going to give it to you, and it's going to be a symbol. See, I learned a long time ago that symbols are powerful to the unconscious mind. That when you have something in your mind that you're seeing as this future date, right? When you have a symbol of what's possible, when you walk through a ritual of making a transference of belief, what happens is when you go through that ritual, you can create a change instantly. A few years ago, Justin Berengia came down to my house and I took him to a waterfall. Now, I didn't do it on purpose, but thinking back, I wouldn't have minded doing it on purpose because of the change that it created, but he almost drowned in this waterfall. I went and I grabbed him out. And when he went under that water and he came out of the water, here's what happened. It was like he became a new man. You know what I mean? He became a new man. I don't know exactly how that works because I didn't have, like some power to baptize him or something like that. But he came out of that water. He made a new decision about his future. And he got clear that day. Because he got clear and because he made a decision, he's created a completely new future. Completely new, doing things that he never imagined were possible before. And it's not just Justin, it's an army of people. And it starts with a decision to do something that's just a little bit different. So here's the deal, and here's what I want to point out in this room, is I want to point out the people in the room, if you look around, that are here because I told them to be. I want you to point out the people in the room right now that are here from the decision of a man who was homeless in 2009. I want you to look at the front of the room, and I want you to see the people that have earned $1 million in commissions. I want you to see the person on your left and your right, and to become aware of them as you realize something, that there's something inside of you right now that wants to make a decision to change, and you've been hung up, and the truth is because you just need to go through a step to cross over a line emotionally to make that happen. And if you don't cross over the line emotionally, if you don't make that decision, if you don't turn and go through that turning point in your life, you're not going to be able to do what you want to do. But this is an opportunity for you to make a decision. This is an opportunity for you to have the pen that I have in my left pocket and to come up here on stage and claim it, and the process of claiming it by walking on the stage, to go through an unconscious symbol and to claim your victory in your business, in your life. And the fact is, there's a lot of people who want to walk on the stage and they can't because I've only got one of them. And that's the unfortunate thing about an offer like this. I wish Aaron had had a box of pens because right now in the room, there's 500 people here and there's only one pen. And we've actually ran out of time. I don't have any time left to be able to offer this to you. But here's what I'm going to do if you come up here and you're the one who claims the pen. Once again, okay, there's only one of them. And so we're going to have to take whoever's the first person. And if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. I haven't even told you the price yet, right? No, I haven't told you the price yet. Sit down, right? So here's the thing, if you want to be the one that claims the pen, and you want to be the one that understands, and you want to be the one that gets to hold this one, here's what you're going to do with this pen, and here's what you're going to have to do, is you're going to have to go tonight with this pen, and because I was given this pen actually by one of our $1 million earners. A $1 million earner of Empower Network passed this to me and said, I want you to sell this pen. So I'm actually holding a pen right now that has been held personally by one of $13 million earners in Empower Network, and now I'm holding it up in the air, and I'm saying there's only one of them, and this is the only chance you've got, right? This is the only chance you've got, right? So if you get this, here's what you're going to have to do, is you're going to have to, tonight, get clear on your goals, clarify what they are, and what you're going to do in vivid, exquisite detail with this pen. But as you're holding it, here's what's going to be happening to you. As you're writing down your goals, you're going to be staring at the pen, and it's going to be like it's calling out to you, saying to you, we are headed to a new and beautiful future. And the fact that you're holding it means something about you. It means that you are the one in the room that made a decision, because there's a lot of people in the room right now, they'd pay a lot of money for this pen, a lot of money, because I'm going to give it to you and you're going to come up on the stage. I'm going to have the audience do something for you when you come up on the stage. And here's the deal. Is there a little risk to it? Maybe a little bit, but what's the risk of not making a decision? What's the risk of not getting out of your chair? What's the risk of staying there and staying in a place in life where you never have the opportunity to cross over that bridge, where you stand up and say, this is my time? And I want you to ask the question to the people in the audience right now, who in here thinks it's their time? Who in here really thinks it's your time, right? Now, regardless of whether you want the pen or not, who in here wants to make a decision to have a new and beautiful future? Go ahead and raise your hand. Now, regardless of whether you understand language patterns or not, who in here understands there's a little bit of a difference in the way that you're communicating with yourself inside right now? Who does understand? Who thinks it's going to be a powerful thing if you decide to take this pen, and you're the one who claims it? Who's going to be the one in here who thinks that if you do that, you're going to be able to cross over a bridge and be able to say, now's my time to step into my future? Go ahead and shout out, right? Now, here's the deal. There's only one of them. How much should I sell this for? Well, what's it really worth to walk across the stage, right, in front of a room of people that's going to be in a product that's going to be bought by people all over the world in multiple languages? What's going to be the real value in holding a pen that was given to you, not just by $1 million earner, but by 2? What's going to be the real value of crossing across the stage and looking out into the audience and me doing something special for you in front of the room? What's the real value of sitting in this room realizing that the only thing that separates you from where you want to be is making a decision to change and making a decision to come up here and to claim your future? What's that really worth? What's that really worth, honestly? What do you guys think it's worth? What? What, you 10,000, somebody says? 15 grand, right? So here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I realize something that, if I go out there and I just say, hey, here's a pen, you know what I'm saying? And I sell this pen for 15,000. It is a pen, but it's not just a pen, and here's why. It's not, right? What is this really? What this is really is a symbol. It's a ritual. It's an opportunity for you to cross across a bridge. It's an opportunity for you to do something great. It's an opportunity for you to stand up and confess in front of a camera that's recording this as a product that's going to put this in front of other people, that's going to put your name in front of other people, that's going to put your first and last name that we will put in the video in front of everybody that watches this product, that's going to have everybody in this room celebrating you for making a decision, that's going to be celebrating you for having your victory. The truth is, if I sold that for $15,000, somebody would come in here and they'd pay $15,000 for this pen, wouldn't they, Aaron? And it's worth it. That's the truth, right? But I'm not going to make you pay $15,000 for it. And the fact is I think $10,000 is probably a little bit excessive, not because it's not worth it, but because I realize that you just want to have a breakthrough, that you just want to succeed. And my only regret right now, is there's 500 people in here, and I have only one. So the first one to come up here and give me $1,000. You do it?
I'll do it.
Okay, $1,000 bucks?
I don't care. I'll do it.
All right. Welcome aboard. Right, so now here's the deal. What's your name? Gavin what?
Griffey. Dude, I thought you were about to give me a freaking heart attack.
Yeah, Gavin Griffey.
You had me at symbol.
Yeah. So Gavin Griffey, everybody give Gavin Griffey a hand. Huh? Well, I'll pay you a commission for it. Right? So in any case, so Gavin Griffey, and you do have to pay $1,000 for the pen, or somebody else has to take it. So here's the deal. Here, take this thing. So tell us what you want to accomplish, Gavin, if you're clear yet.
In the next 90 days, I want to create an income of $155,000 per month in net profit.
In the next how long?
90 days.
Okay, cool.
and I want to go into the next event with a black lanyard, and I want to bring a team of 1,000 people to the next event.
Okay, awesome. Good goals, right? Now, the thing is about goals, what you want to do, you want to stretch your imagination of what's possible, right? Who in here is a little bit stretched today just from what we've covered today? Right? Yeah, you guys stretched? Right, so here's the deal. You guys are stretched, and people who also watch this, they're going to be stretched too. People who see the things we saw this weekend, they're going to be stretched too. So he's stretching, and it's a good thing to stretch, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So because you've stretched and because you've made that decision, you're in a place right now where you're looking across the stage, and here's what I want you to imagine for a minute, Gavin, because first of all, congratulations on making a decision. But second of all, the second thing that you really need to do to make this create a result for you is realize that you are the one that came up here and claimed it first without hesitating at all, because you made a decision that you were going to come up here and claim your victory. And that shows something about him, doesn't it, guys? I mean, doesn't that show something about him? I remember one time, yeah, give me a hand, right? Now, I remember one time I was standing in a room of people, right? And there's a guy standing up there on the stage, and his name was Dave, right? And he told me a story about how 10 years before he had been in a meeting. I think his name's Dave too. There's a lot of us, right? But he'd been in a meeting like 10 or 20 years before, right? And they do something. It's called stand and confess in that meeting, right? Where basically it's a meeting among leaders, and what they do is they say who's going to accomplish something, and they're brutal. They're like, if you come up, you have to do it, right? Because you have to stand in front of everyone, and you must tell them what you're going to do. No lying allowed, no dishonesty. You are confessing before this group of people, before the Lord, before your family, on what you're going to do, no matter what, right? And he said that that's basically the aim of the ritual. So he said he went up there on the stage, and when he went up there on the stage, he had his mentor look at him and say something that I'll never forget. He said his mentor looked at him and said, when I got started in my business, the most powerful thing my upline told me, and the most powerful thing my mentor told me, is that when you make a decision and you cross across that bridge and you know there's no going back ever, you're going to do it, and you will move mountains with just nothing but your belief and your faith. And that's what you can actually leave this stage doing when you walk off of it, is you can walk off this stage now confident, knowing that you've now crossed over a bridge, that you've told a product of what you're going to do. And now if you don't do it, there will be people in 5 languages that will laugh at you, right? And when you walk across the stage and you want off of this, here's what's going to happen. And this actually can happen, and it happens all the time. You know, a few years ago, I remember this moment where I was standing there, right, walking through the mountains, and it was like 10 years of information just came together in my unconscious mind like that. And after it happened, I just started changing my behavior and changing the way I was communicating automatically, and it just started creating results that just seemed absolutely magical. Since then, we've done over $100 million in sales, and we've reached people in languages that I don't speak, in continents around the world. And I want you to imagine standing in front of this group, only now you're not standing in front of them as somebody coming up making a confession. Now you're standing in front of a group bigger than this, and this entire group is here for nothing but you. And you can see the stretch of the bodies of the people in the room raising up their hands, and all they're doing is chanting your name. Gavin, 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 Gavin. So that's what can happen. Give Gavin a hand, and you have to give. So here's the deal. He said he's giving $1,000, right? I don't want it, and it's her pen, so you got to give her $1,000. Okay? That cool? All right, give him a hand for giving her the pen. Give him a hand. Hey, buddy. Cool. See what I'm saying? It's not hard to sell stuff.
All right, that's pretty incredible, wasn't it? You know, people were amazed when they were in that room for the whole experience of that product. We actually teach you how I did what I did in that product in a way that's going to make so much sense to you. And it's really going to change your life when you go through it. This is advanced scientific, hypnotic persuasion skills, okay, that are only taught to elite groups of people around the world. And I've paid a lot of money to learn those skills, and I've spent a lot of time mastering them. And so I want to teach you, I want to give you this information, right? But I'm also going to give you some bonuses for purchasing this too that you're never going to be able to get again. If you don't buy from this video, this offer could disappear literally forever. I want you to make a decision to take action. So here's the model, okay? Let me teach you this. And so I'm going to teach you a model for one thing, for income creation, right? Now, I'm not talking about buying a product to make money or something like that, right? I'm going to multiply your income magically, right? Obviously not. I can't do that. I want to teach you the model for how to do it, right? For how to do it and why our business is built the way that it's built, okay? Because if you see this model and if you understand how this works, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to create leverage. You're going to be able to create leverage to make the money that you want in your business and make the money that you want in your life. So you ready? All right, it's really simple. The model is this. You have now all the products you need, and I hope you've bought everything, right? If you haven't, after you buy this, you want to go back and you want to buy everything, all right? So we have the top producer formula, right? The team builder formula, and we have the mass influence formula. Okay, this one pays $150 to $300, so I'm just going to say $300. This one pays $300 to $600, so I'm going to say $600. And this one pays $1,050 to $2,100, so I'm going to say $2,100, right? Okay, so here's the thing, right? The mass influence formula will pay you up to that. And that, you can actually earn some additional commissions at the higher levels, but I don't want to talk about those right now. I want to talk about leverage, what you can do right now, what you can get to in the next 6 months, okay? So here's the thing, right? You add all these things together, and this is going to work out to be $3,000 per customer that you can earn potentially, okay? Now, what's going to happen is you're building your organization. Obviously, not everyone is going to buy those products because not everybody has the resources. Some of them will say they're going to do it and then they won't do it. Not everybody's serious about their business. Not everybody wants to earn 7 figures a year. So what you're going to do is you're going to develop your skills using the top producer formula, okay, in order to learn how to make more money. I'm going to put a dollar sign there with less time, right? Put a little watch there if I could draw, but I'm not drawing right now, right? More money with less time. Because you want to be able to go to the beaches of the world, right? You want to be able to go on vacation and still make money, right? You want to create a multiple 6-figure residual income, right? So we're going to teach you how to make more money with less time by applying the top producer formula, the team builder formula. In the process of doing that, what you're going to do is you're going to start having results like this, where you have about 50% of the people who come in are going to be buying the inner circle, right? And you're going to have, out of those people, you're going to have like, 2/3 to 1/3 buying the top producer formula. And most of those people actually buy the team builder formula, because usually if somebody has $500, they have $1,500, right? We found that over a long period of time. That's not always true, right? But it's true a lot of the time, right? Now, when I was building my business actively on the phone, which I did for a really long time, and sometimes I still do just because I like to get back in the game for a bit. Now, I don't call leads. What I do is I bring customers in, I funnel them through a pre-exposure process, and then they book an appointment with me, and then I do member coaching, okay? And when I do the new member coaching, what I do is identify their needs and goals, right? Like I teach in the top producer formula. You'll actually learn how to do this in this product. This is actually built into our system to help you get the results that you want. And then I find out how much money they have, what kind of resources they have, what they have for marketing, what they have for a budget, and then I help them make a decision to buy the product that meets their needs, right? I don't push them beyond what's possible for them, right? I push them into what is possible for them and the decision they want to make based on their own goals and what they want. It's needs-based selling, okay? Listening first, talking second, right? In these videos, I'm doing a lot of talking, and you're doing a lot of listening because it's not a two-way conversation, but if we're in person, I'll do more listening, right? That's how I work. And so what's going to happen is, out of these people, it's about 1 in 3 are going to end up buying up to the mass influence formula. So you can get, if you learn to leverage your skill from the top producer formula by listening and asking questions, you can learn over time to bring in quality people and to get about 1 out of 5 to upgrade to the mass influence formula, right? So this is about what you'll be able to do with time and by learning these strategies, okay? Is you'll be able to bring people in, okay? About every 3 people or so, you're going to be, end up earning $600, $900, right? And then another person you'll earn $300, and then the next person you'll end up earning $3,000, right? Plus leverage from what they do in their team, right? So how many people would you have to bring in doing something like that to make over $30,000 a month? Well, assume you're spending some money on advertising, right? Because what you're going to do is you're going to take 20% of the commissions that you generate, not money from your own pocket, but if you generate, this is what smart business people do. They make their business sustainable by increasing their advertising budget as their income increases. So they make their business sustainable. They make their traffic sustainable, right? So what you do, as you're funneling people into your business, as you're bringing people into your business, right, as your income goes up, your advertising and your marketing budget increases. Now, why is that a good thing? Because if you can do more marketing and advertising, you can bring in more people. And if you can bring in more people, you make even more commissions. And you never really want to invest more than 20, 30%. You can do 30 if you want of your commissions into paid advertising. Now, the cool thing about this is because it's from profits, you're not losing any money, right? But what happens is with advertising, and you'll learn that in the Six Figure Builder Club, because hopefully you got access to that before you saw this video, right? But if you get the Six Figure Builder Club, we're going to teach you in the Six Figure Builder Club in our webinar every week, paid strategies, right? So you take a percentage of your commissions, not more, because you want to profit, right? You don't want to put all your money into paid ads. And then learn what you're doing and scale it and scale it and scale it and scale it until you're bringing in more and more and more and more people. So the goal is to get to a place, right, where about every 3 days, you're getting an all-in sale in your business, every 3 days in your business, right? And even if you were spending all this other money that you're making in advertising, that's about sponsoring 2 people a day. Every 3 days, you can make an all-in sale by following the process that's in the team building formula, or by the top producer formula, by applying the strategies in the team building formula, and by learning the influence skills, the mass influence formula. You can do about that, right? But think about it like this: as you're building your business, as you're making these sales, right? You bring about 2 people a day. Why? Because you're taking a percentage of your income, reinvesting it back into advertising, and getting enough leads to bring in 2 people a day. So for me, I get a lot of people to sign up for the leads that I get. I get, for me, personal, it's mostly organic traffic. Like yesterday, I think I got 199 leads. And they'll go up. Sometimes I'll get 500. Sometimes I'll only get 100. You know what I mean? But I get pretty much about 200 leads a day, right? So for me, I actually get a lot of people to sign up. I get like 5%, right? But not everybody gets 5%. So I get a lot of that because it's organic traffic. But let's say you could get, 3 out of 100 people, about 1 in 30, right? 3 in 100 leads to join by learning the skills that we teach in the products, by learning the skills in the top producer formula, by learning the skills in the team building formula, by learning the skills in the mass influence formula. Well, then what's going to happen is all you need in order to make this picture happen is you need to learn how to get about 100 leads a day, which we teach you once per week as a part of the Six Figure Builder Club. And then follow the process that we teach you in the top producer formula, and make sure to own the mass influence formula, applying the strategies there that we'll teach you on influence, like I just used to sell the pen. And then you can get, 100 leads a day. Every 3 days, bring in 9 people, which is more than this. And then even if you're averaging 1 in 9 people getting all in, means every 3 days you're making $3,000. If you spend all the rest of your money on advertising, which I'm not encouraging you to do, how much would you profit? You would profit from that $30,000 a month. That's it. That's the top rank in our comp plan, $30,000 a month. Now, here's the thing, right? And see our income disclosure below this. You must be willing to buy what you're willing to sell, not from a requirement perspective. I'm not going to require you to buy the product. We don't do that legally because you can sell your way into it. But I'm going to tell you, you're not going to make sales because this requires you to be a part of the process, right? You're not going to make those sales if you don't own it. You just are not going to, right? And I also want to offer you 7-figure mentoring as a part of this. But we're going to talk about this a little bit later, okay? Right now, I want to talk about you making a decision, okay? So if you could just do this, 100 leads a day using what we teach you in the Six Figure Builder Club, right? Bring them into this process, sign up 3 people a day, do worse than I just described. Every 3 days you get an all-in sale. Every 3 days you make $3,000. There's a lot of other commissions in between that, right? People buying the top producer formula, people buying the team builder formula, right? And so you actually would earn more than this, but let's say you just did this. This is just you. Now here's the thing I like. I like building a business that's not dependent at all on a team. Now if the team's there, I make even more money. You see that dog barking? He's actually doing hypnotic dog language patterns, telling you as he's barking to buy right now. But here's the thing, right? If you do this, right, that'll get you to about $30,000 a month. See our income disclosure, okay? 9 sales every 3 days, right? You say, that's a lot. Actually, it's quite simple to do. That's what I started doing back in 2009. You say, how do I get to $30,000 a month in 3 months? I brought in 2 to 5 people per day for 3 months straight. That's it. I even have high-ticket products, and I did that. So actually what happens is you create way more leverage than this, because this is easier to build fast than it is to build slow. But how'd you like it if every 3 days you could earn a $3,000 commission? One day, after a few months, I earned $12,000 in one night. What happened? Totally changed my perspective of what's possible for me. That was more than I'd ever earned before I got on the internet in 4 months. Okay, 4 consecutive months, because I actually had months where I earned $3,500, but then it was $2,000 the next month, right? Because I was never consistent, right, with different things I was doing. But I earned $12,000 a night. I was like, oh my gosh. A few years later, I earned $33,000 in a night, right? And I've done a lot more than that in a day now. So here's the reality: you can do that. But then, what do you have for an advertising budget? Well, let's say you're taking all the rest of your money, so you're actually making $35,000, but then you're taking $5,000 a month for advertising. Do you think if you had a $5,000 a month advertising budget that you could generate enough leads to triple those signups? Yeah, right? I mean, if you could average $1 per lead, and that would take you some time, you get 5,000 leads a month. You think if 5,000 leads a month were coming in, that you could sign up 9 people a day? Well, that's what Michael Martin does, right? One of our distributors, he's not even $1 million earner yet, but right now he's making like right around $40,000 a month. But he's just increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing because he's getting good at these skills. Well, what happens is you just turn what happened in 3 days into what happens every day. And if you turn what happens every 3 days into what happens every day, what happens? That $30,000 a month turns into $90,000 a month. And $90,000 a month is 12 months away from earning your first million online. Right? Now, I'm not promising you're going to do this, because there's a lot to this, right? And you're going to have to work. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. It's okay if I'm honest and I'm truthful, right? I am in all of my sales material, right? But I want to repeat that because I want you to understand what you're actually seeing. I worked my ass off for my first 90 days in business, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Because I was learning new things. I was applying them immediately. I was buying all the products. I bought every product I needed to buy, right? And it was like, man, I was driving race cars. It was so fun. It was like my heart was pounding all the time. It was so exciting. My 3rd month, bam, over 30,000. Okay? And I got stuck there for a while because I didn't know how to scale that. I just was doing blogging. I didn't know paid ads. But then I learned paid ads actually around 2009. Before I started this company, I got up to, bam, had over a month that was like $80,000 and then 100, right, before I started the company. I was like, whoa, I got to teach people to do this. And I just taught you how. This video, what I just taught you to do, the model, this video is worth $1,000 or $2,000 to see. Okay? So here's what I'm going to give you if you buy the Mass Influence Formula right now. But you got to buy it on this page. Like, if you click away, you might never get this chance. It's going to be full price. Okay? What you're going to get is actually, number one, I'm going to give you another course. We did 8 figures in sales on, called the Masters course, right? We took this off the market. What's it teach you to do? It teaches you how to master your business, how to be a master of marketing, right? It's like Jedi, right? Masters of the universe, or like He-Man, right? But we brought people that were earning 6 and 7 figures into a room to teach you how to do that, right? And so I'm going to throw this in. This was another $3,500 course that is not in the market anymore, okay? And so I'm actually going to give you that as a bonus. So in addition, I'm giving you a $3,500 bonus. Okay, $3,500 bonus. In addition to that, we're going to give you some special things. But what I really want to tell you, what the Mass Influence Formula is really all about, it's about mentorship. It's about being a part of an exclusive club of people inside of Empower Network, okay, that really want to take their life and their business to the next level. It's about getting the education you need to produce the results that you want. It's about learning how to create mass influence with people, mass influence with your selling, mass influence with your list, mass influence with your webinars. It's about becoming a master of your trade. And if you buy it right now, I'm going to throw in the master's course for free. It's not available in the market. We might put that back on the market later and charge even more for it because nobody has access to the strategies that are taught in there. And you're going to get that as a bonus. But really, it's about mentoring. So let me teach you actually how to do it and how to leverage this. You say, okay, so how do I get people to make a decision to do this? Do what I do, okay? See, what I do in my business is I personally won't spend time with people if they're not all in. And it's not because I don't love them, it's because I don't have time. Because I bring in enough people, because I apply the strategies in this model I just told you, right? I bring enough people to where I can only work with the people that are all in. I can't work with somebody if they're not all in. So what I do is I just say to my people, I say, if you get all in the next few days, right, I'm going to invite you out to a private mastermind, right? And we're going to meet with other people that are all in, and we're going to strategize about this. See, what I learned people want to be a part of is they want to be a part of an inner circle of elite people that are really moving on. They really want to be a part of a team. They want to be a part of a group of other people that are moving on with big vision. That's what people really want when they're coming to your organization. They want to work with you. So what I do is I'll connect with people in a new member coaching process, which we have. Actually, when you get started, you have a fast start process that will educate you on how to do that, as well as the other things that are important in our culture. Immediately after watching this video on buying, you'll be redirected to the back office. You can actually go through that fast start process. And the reality is, right, people, they want to work with me. They want to work with my team. They want to work with the leaders in our team. And you got a team leader. You got somebody who's earning a lot of money from you purchasing that product, right? Everyone wants to be a part of an elite inner circle. So what I do, and then you say, how do I leverage that? I want to teach you how as you're watching this video. You just basically, you connect with people, find out what they need and want, right? After they come in, they go through this process. Some of them will just buy it literally right in the funnel, but it's connecting with them. And that makes all the difference. And so what's going to happen is you'll connect with them, and you just say, I want to invite you to a private inner circle elite group of people. And I actually do things with my all-in members, right? Because they've invested in their business, they've invested in their education, they've invested in their future. And I want to encourage you to do that now by buying the Mass Influence Formula. Pull out your credit card and go ahead and buy it right now. Go ahead and buy the Mass Influence Formula right now. Pull out your credit card and buy it. Get all in your business. Go ahead and get all in your business and buy the Mass Influence Formula right now. I'll throw in the Master's course as a bonus, $3,500 bonus. We did 8 figures, multiple 8 figures in that product in sales, free of charge for making the decision to buy right now. I want to encourage you to take action and to be a part of the elite inner circle, the all-in club, the exclusive members that have made a decision that, yes, I'm ready to step up in my business and get to the next level. Congratulations on making a decision to get all in right now. Buy right now before the time runs out and your bonuses disappear forever. And let me help you get to the top level, right? What if you only did a fraction of that? You got nothing to lose. The only thing that you've got to lose is time. The only thing that you've got to lose is commissions. The only thing that you've got to lose is doing some stupid business that barely pays you anything. I want to teach you how to create leverage, right? The only thing that you've got to lose is the wasted dream that will not happen if you don't commit to your future. Take action right now. Make a decision to get all in. I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Important note, after you make a purchase, you actually need to download a form. It'll appear on the next screen. Download that form. It's to sign it, right? Prevents fraud, right? To make sure it's your credit card and you have authorization to use it. Go ahead and sign that form. You need to upload it back to the website, and then we'll process your order and give you access to your product. And welcome to the All-In Club, and congratulations for making a decision to lock in your spot. You deserve it.
Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary, as we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business, and some people will make no money at all. The earnings of an affiliate will be 100% dependent upon their skills, work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. We do not guarantee any level of income or your success. To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at www.totalshortcut.com/income.